Thank you, Yasser, and I have Leinier with me today. Leinier, just finished your game in a draw, but first of all, like, what approach did you have today while you were doing the opening choice? I mean, it's such an important game for you.
Yeah, well, it was very simple, just to play normal, what I intended to play anyway. So in terms of the opening, I didn't really consider going crazy or anything like that. I was just trying to play a good game, and yeah, I guess not much was going on. Very solid game.
Yeah, so actually, like, can you please describe, let's say, what happened with Wars? Simply, like, position was kind of equal, yes, from the beginning.
Yeah, it's a very solid line. I mean, Black has such a sound position that you can, generally speaking, play almost what you want. Of course, White is always having a slight initiative, but I don't think I had any trouble. He at some point he went for this 92 knight f1 idea.
Now, yes.
Yeah, and then White gets d4, knight g6, knight g3, b5, f3, and I was playing for d5, so rook a d8, d takes e5. I guess I could take with a pawn here. This is also pretty solid. I mean, queen d7, and then, for example, knight d7, also some kind of endgame. I thought maybe he can hope for something, but again, Black is very, very solid, so I decided to play more concrete, knight e5, aiming for the d6, d5 break. And then, then it was a bit more here, more concrete. Of course, bishop f4, main idea is that after d5, White takes on e5 and then plays f4, e5 and gets some advantage. That's why I play the move c5. Knight g6 was possible too, but then bishop e3, d5, bishop d4. And here I wasn't sure. I was calculating something like, because if d4, bishop f6 obviously, and after queen c6, I thought e5, knight d7, and knight h5. And it's very tricky because now e6 is coming and f4 as well, and if I take on e5, there is f4 and g7 falls. So this kind of ideas he was trying to
trick you somewhere,
to trick me somewhere, but the position is so solid, I mean, that it's very hard to... So I think c5 is a good move, just denying the bishop the d4 square, just grabbing some space in the center. Like this, I can play queen c6 sometimes immediately d5. And then after queen d2, d5, I think, it was, this line was, I guess, critical, but it didn't look good because I have rook e6, and then after knight f5, knight e8, protect g7. He can play queen g5 here because knight g6, rook g6, knight e7. But after king f8, I thought position should be fine for Black. And it's also a bit risky because, after all, it's a piece, yeah. So something like this, I would be very happy to get because I would even get chances to play for a win. Yeah. But after bishop takes e5 and rook a d1, then a draw, it's pretty much inevitable.
Yeah, and were you following also the game of FIDE at the same time while you were playing yours, or you tried to concentrate only on yours? Yeah,
no, I would say not much difference. Let's say if we compare with the previous round, I'm always interested in the rest of the games, but not especially. I mean, I know it's going to be a tough game. I mean, Richard is although he's not having the best tournament, he's still a very strong player and he's capable of winning against anyone. So it's a tough game in general. And
let's have a quick look.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on. What do you think about the position?
Yeah, looks unclear to me. It seems that Black is doing fine, but White is also maybe doing fine. So I guess, it's pretty even. Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's an interesting situation. Like if FIDE makes a draw, then you have to play this playoff. Like, what's your plan now? What are you going to do?
Yeah, well, first of all, I mean, it was a good tournament for me, no matter what. So +2 undefeated in this field, it's great.
Yeah,
so
congratulations, actually. Yes, it was really good event.
I couldn't ask for more. So, but I still have chances. So if I eventually get a chance to play for the first place in a playoff, I'll try to do my best and to use my chances.
Yeah, and now also all the situation with the candidate spots, and today was also this clarification from FIDE about the rules. What do you think about it? And
yeah, well, actually, I had little time for all this. Also, it was a bit surprising, as I told you yesterday. I wasn't. I was aware of vaguely of the idea, but I didn't expect it to be so close. And yeah, so I had time to check what the statement put forward by FIDE, and I saw then some comments. Chris, for example, was commenting that this wasn't in the original rule. So if that's the case, that's of course not great from FIDE. But I mean, again, I plan to kind of after the tournament,
you will think about
I will
yes.
think about all this and see what should I do.
If your only chance is to play some events outside of US, are you going to do so?
Probably yes, because it's I mean it's a nice chance. I mean it's not so. I mean it's not every day, obviously, that you get a chance to fight for a place in the candidates. So yeah, I would do it.
That's great. Great news. We still don't know what will happen afterwards. Let's wait for the game of FIDE to finish. And thank you so much, Leinier, for all your comments. And congratulations once again. It was a great event.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anastasiya. And we would like to add our congratulations also to Leinier.